in answering the question about how does the iPad shape teaching and learning in a kindergarten classroom, well, during this process, I really struggled with what is my role as a teacher? Who am I? What am I supposed to do? And so what I thought I was going to do was I was just going to put these iPads in free play and see what the children did with them and see how it went. Well, it was a total disaster. There was arguing, there was fighting, it was complete mayhem. Nobody got turns, no one could play on the iPad. So after that first day, I had a meeting. I asked everyone, how'd you like the iPad? And they said they didn't like it. Some people thought it was good. Some people said they didn't get a turn. So I decided to ask them, I guess maybe we need to come up with some sort of system so that everyone will get a turn. And in doing that, they came up with a plan of action, a system, days for when the kids would have an iPad, and there were 3 iPads. So there was iPad A, iPad B, iPad C, and they also came up with what time, how long you got to be on the iPad. So in doing that, I gave up a little bit of my control, and in doing that, I think it gave them a little bit more, it gave them the power, it gave them the decision making. They got to come up with the plan, the system. They knew how to stick to it. All I had to do was write it down, put it up on a board for them to see, and they could follow it. So by me giving them control of this project, it turned out that they taught me that they were capable of coming up with a structured plan. I mean, with kindergarten, you're like, okay, you, as a kindergarten teacher, you always feel like, I've got to do this. We've got to structure it this way. I have to do that. I have to tell them this. I have to do these things. So it was pretty scary having to give away that control to them so that they could all come up with the order of an iPad study. And they actually taught me that when you do, or when you're more open to suggestions from little children, things work out pretty good. I mean, having the iPad in the classroom made it more of a community. The children got along more. I didn't have to mediate any conflicts. And just being able to sit with them during free play in each little group, they had little groups where they made of the iPad, and then even the groups that didn't have the iPad, they played, was really great because I could just sit there and watch and observe and be one of them. And they welcomed me in to their groups to play with them. They actually taught me how to do some of the games on the iPad, and they really enjoyed that because I had no clue on some of those games. So that was really a lot of fun. And so it sort of shifted to, my role sort of shifted to more of being taught to, more of a participant, a collaborator, because there were times where they wanted me to come and sit and play with them on some of the games. So I wasn't so much telling them how to do certain things. I was more there to just collaborate with them. What should we do on this? What do you think? What's your take on it? And so I had a little bit of input. I didn't have a lot, like I would have liked, but I tried to, maintain some sort of, take a step back and not, get involved too much. I let them ask me to get involved.